Greetings, hi, hallo en welkom weer. Ja, dankie dat julle by my kom kuier. Welcome once again here to the little office. There's a reason for me being in the little office, or still being in the little office, and that'll become apparent in the next short while. Because today we are going to talk about DIY. Yep, do it yourself, because I have quite a few projects on the go. But before I start discussing those projects, I want to show you a few little small DIY tips and tricks that I've been doing lately, including this very same camera mount that I have manufactured. You've seen the monkey mount, as I call it, mounted out on the bucket out in the field, walking sea, but I've made it useful on the tripod as well. The camera's foot I have used, so I'll show you how I made that. Very simple, very easy, at no cost. So here you will see, let me see if I can use the other phone to show you where it is mounted in the little office. No, it's not going to work. I will show you how I manufactured this, the mount for the bucket and for other uses, and I will also show you how I did the tripod modification, or not really a modification, but the addition to the tripod that can now enable me to use the monkey mount on the tripod too. After that, I'm going to tell you a few bits and pieces about the projects coming up that I'm working on. Right, I've actually cleared the the electronics lab. I've cleared it up a little bit, but I need to show you this, the monkey mount. You see, it's just a little bit of metal aluminium tubing that you cut a slit. You cut two of them, whatever length you want to. Cut a slit in, and you can feed tie wraps through. Then you mount it, as I've done it here, on the phone, and that can be mounted then wherever you want to, including, as you see here, a bit of PVC tubing, which I have made a small hole for the camera's foot, and then screwed the camera's foot in, that you would screw into the base of the camera. So make the hole, drill the hole smaller than the bolt that goes into the camera's foot. I'll show you now. And then you drill your two holes for the mount, and that then fits onto your tripod. Easy like that. Clip it into the tripod and off you go. You have yourself a mount for your phone. Bit of DIY for you. Easy DIY. Cost me nothing, but a few brain cells got burnt up in the process of designing it, which I love. Okay, there you have it. You drill a smaller hole in the PVC pipe than the bolt's diameter, and then you force feed it in to cut its own thread in there, and then you can reuse it, and you can mount the camera when you want to. So it's as simple as that. Bit of PVC pipe. This was picked up off a beach in any case, so reusing something that was picked up off the beach, modifying the foot, and making ourselves the best tripod monkey mount that we can. Right, so we have the camera now mounted. You can see there, you can see what's happening there, and we now know where our target area is to work over here. Okay, here in front of us we have the good old AutoCAD filing system where I design and I have fun, pardon the spelling, do pardon the spelling. Okay, there you have all sorts of other arts and crafts and bits and pieces, aerofoil design. And so you go on here with the arts and crafts and the likes. The last design, if you can remember, that came out of this was the wind turbine. I'll put a link in over there to the end result, which did happen to get published, and there's more stuff. So here's the blank now. So we're going to go back to the blank, and I'm going to show you what the plans are for the DIY projects coming up. So we have the camera now mounted. You can see there, you can see what's happening there, and we now know where our target area is to work over here. Okay, here in front of us we have the good old AutoCAD filing system where I design and I have fun. As you can see there from my attempt to have the camera mounted over there, it didn't work so well, so I'm redoing the first bits and pieces that I need to be showing you. So this will be the first project. It's not a project, it's just a quick repair. The junior son's little speaker wire is off there. This is the speaker that provides us music out when we braai, so we better get it fixed quickly. I'll show you the end result there, which, as I say, should just be a quick soldering job. Okay, we have the soldering iron switched on, plugged in, and we're waiting for it to heat up sufficiently. It usually takes a little bit of time to do that, so I won't be impatient, never be impatient. The next project, or not project, the next quick fix is our smoke detector. We have two in the house, so don't start panicking that I'm going to break a smoke detector. We have one downstairs close to the kitchen, so that's, if there's smoke there, that's a little bit where it'll come from. But this one's battery is flat. Now it says on the housing not to battery there, not replaceable, see instruction manual. I can't see why the battery is not replaceable. All you have to do is loosen this battery and replace it with a different battery, which we have there. I don't want to advertise. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that, and once again, I know it's a safety device. I'm not breaking any rules or regulations or anything, because we have a replacement to fit if this doesn't work. I just want to experiment and see if it will work. It's as simple as that. If not, then we strip out the components of this and try and use it for one of our other projects. So those are the two immediate fixes that we need to do. Let's just see. Yeah, we're starting to see action there on the solder tip. So we need to get rid of the old solder on there, which you saw me throwing off quickly. So okay, let me fix these two quickly, or do these two, and show you the end results. Alright, that's been re-welded, as you can see there. All good. Junior son's got the screws and bits and pieces. He can reassemble it, and then we will give it a test run. Some good music. So obviously we repair one side, and then the other side will pop off. So we're going to repair that too. Happiness is. The electronics workshop is in full swing. Yeah, I'm telling you now, it's in full swing. I need to show you some other bits and pieces shortly. Wait your turn. Alright, we fix that first. Okay, you be my witness now. They're both attached. I will prove it to you. See there? Attached. The magnet wants to suck at the screwdriver tip. Look, attached. You see there? Let's use the pen. Look there. Attached. See there? Attached. Now if it comes back broken off again, I'm going to slap somebody. Now I grew up on a prison farm. That's a confirmed positive. That is winning. That's working. So we have a braai accompaniment again. Now the only problem is it doesn't look to me like this was too successful, because there's the press to test button and it's not happening. In other words, that was a fail. You win some, you lose some. Alright, just take it that way. That's what life's all about. You win some, you lose some. I have reassembled it and I got a peep out of it, but now there's no peep out of it, so I'm going to leave it and see it a bit later. I'll come back to it and see if maybe it's caught alive. Anyway, we have many things to talk about, so I want to show you again quickly. The other day I showed you an envelope that arrived with a few spares in it. There we go. Or yeah, capacitors. In here, here's our capacitors in there. Can you see them? But the box of other spares have arrived. Can you see all of this good juicy stuff in here? I'm going to show you many of there. There's some diodes, potent diodes, and there's some coils and some through-hole board, yeah, whatever that's called, breadboard, cheese board, any board, whatever. There's some resistors. There's one nice heavy little container here, little box here with heavy stuff there. That's heavy. Those are inductor coils, two of them. And there's something else of interest in there, in a little box. Oh, that's our timer that we need. These items have been ordered for a few different projects, or for one main project, should I say, and then also one or two switches there for day night. The whole point of the matter being, when you have a circuit like I've roughly drawn there with a battery, this circuit that I will show you in here now in the next second or three is a circuit for a desulfator, a lead acid battery desulfator. Lead acid battery desulfator. Long story how I arrived at this point to decide I'm going to take it on myself. Make one. These machines apparently, lead acid desulfators, go for big money. There's a contact here in Ireland that was mentioning €5,000 import for these machines. So I started scratching around on the wonderful thing called the internet, and I found the circuit for this, which, as I said, is included here. If I haven't said it included here, I included here again. And you can see with credits and where I found it. Anyway, what's the purpose of this? I have mentioned in a project in the past that I would be very interested in environmentally EV, whatever you want to call it, micro grid for the house. There's a few reasons for that. It's because I'm interested in making a wind turbine. Also, solar, I want to install a panel, at least one panel, but I also want to use solar for hot water. I'm busy building a hot water solar gatherer, which you coil the pipe in the inside and you put that to a tank. So I'm busy. The box has been built already. I just need to do this, but winter working outside is not fun. The other option is wind. Well, not the other option. However, as much as what I would love to do all of these things, working on a turbine and a generator and all those kinds of things, a solar panel I'm just going to buy. You you can't try and make your own solar panels. The efficiency is just not possible for a backyard mechanic or a backyard attempter like me. I don't like the term mechanic. However, as I've said, however, it's no good you have the harvesters, let's call them harvesters, a solar harvester and a wind harvester, if you do not have anywhere to store the energy that you have harvested. It's just absolutely no good. And that's where the desulfator comes in. Because we have access to lead acid batteries that for some whatever reason, good or bad, have been discarded. And if you know what a stop-start battery costs, 300, 250, 300 euro, I haven't got money for batteries. So if I can regen a few batteries, then we have the means of storing the electricity. There's a few more steps between solar and wind. They must go through some form of a controller so you don't burn your batteries. But that one of the controlling forms is a voltage regulator. So I've asked many questions of myself about using car or van or truck alternators. I mean, ultimately, in a car, it charges a 12-volt battery and it stops charging when the battery is full, and so it goes on. So the only problem with car alternators is that they need to spin at higher velocities. Now, people do all sorts of funny things with car alternators. They change them into permanent magnet alternators, but I have found one or two other ways which I want to experiment with, but that's for the future. For now, I'm going to once again show you the diagram here, or not here, the diagram for what I'm trying to accomplish with all these spares. With all these spares that you see, and that's why we are desperately needing our electronics workshop to work fine for us. Okay, there you see all of the bits and pieces. I'm waiting for one more component, but in the meantime I'm going to order a battery charger, and I'll order a replacement component to take the place of the one that I'm waiting for, because that's now been placed on back order. Last but not least for today's DIY, do you see what I have here? I have my metal detector here. Now I'm going to say one of the key problems with metal detectors, there you saw it, recoil syndrome. When this kind of thing happens, and you saw me out in the field complaining about floppy coil syndrome, and then I had to change out the retaining nut and bolt. They're made of nylon, these things, for obvious reasons, because they need to be made of nylon. Can you imagine putting a brass or a copper or a metal one in there? The thing is, it's a very easy repair. This stuff, PTFE tape, thread tape, call it what you want to. This you just wrap around there, as you see. There you go. Look at that in there. You just give it a bit of a wrapping of thread tape, and then you have resolved your issue. As my friend did mention, that you remove one or two of these, or one of the washers here. I've tried that, but I rather prefer my thread tape method. So there's a few wins for the day, DIY wins, and I thank you for watching, and I say keep up to date here, scratch around on the channel. I very much appreciate it. Okay, stay safe, stay warm, stay energized, stay free, and be happy. Bye.